What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. If you guys have been tapped into the markets today, you guys will see that the markets have been performing very well. NASDAQ right now is up about 1.4%. That's a very strong move for the NASDAQ, very strong move for the overall market. But if you guys have been tuning in, you'll know that this is no surprise, because in that Sunday breakdown video, it was short, it was sweet, it was to the point. But I did tell you guys exactly that the markets were looking strong and we should continue to see that movement this week. I told you guys exactly where you wanted to be if you wanted to make money from the markets. And I know a lot of you guys did, especially those who were over at the Patreon, all right? Those over the Patreon took full advantage of the NVDA trade that was posted there yesterday, all right? As a matter of fact, before I get in and show you guys a couple of the plays that I want to show you in today's video, I took a couple of positions on NVIDIA, right? Over the Patreon, we took a couple of positions. This is one of the positions, this is up about $8,000 in profit today, okay? So I say, if you guys haven't already tapped into the Patreon, make sure you do, all right? The link for that is down below. Even though I told you guys on Sunday that NVIDIA is going to move much higher, the market did throw a bit of a curveball to start the week, right? That's why you want to get the alerts that I post there so that you guys are in the know. You have the intel, you have the information in real time, okay? So those of you guys who got into that NVIDIA trade, you did very, very well on that, as we've seen it move very well today and yesterday. As a matter of fact, today it's up about 4.5%, right? So it's moving well. In the options world, that 4.5% yields massive results, all right? So guys over there, I've seen some of them make a couple thousand, right? A couple thousand on that trade alone. So make sure you tap into the Patreon. Now, if you guys are kind of wondering, where do we go from here in the markets? Well, I'm going to tell you what you need to be focusing on and what is going to be happening, okay? Key thing to know is that we've got a couple of events that the market is getting prepared for. One is these FOMC minutes that's coming out tomorrow, and another event is the inflation. Overall, I don't expect this to have too much of an effect on the market. All right, it's good to know. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. This just comes with experience. When you've been in the market for a number of years, you'll know how the market is going to react to certain events. These aren't going to change the course of play, course of direction. They're just little hurdles that the market has to kind of get over in the next day or so. But looking at the overall market, you can see that we're in this, we call this a distribution phase. This is where the market kind of just trades in a range, doesn't move much higher, doesn't move much lower. So although we know that the markets are set to move higher, and that will take place over the next couple of weeks, because of this distribution pattern, right, that's been forming, you just want to ease off the gas. I know a lot of you guys are very eager, right? So now you just need to relax, take it easy, because you want us to get over this distribution phase. So we want to kind of clear this range, right? Move into a higher range. Once it moves into a higher range, then it's going to move even higher than that. And then you can start slamming on these call options. But you just want to ease off the gas, wait for us to get over the Fed minutes and the inflation report that's coming out, and then you're going to have a ton of opportunities. As I said, you want to make sure you are ready for those opportunities. Make sure you're definitely tapping into the Patreon, all right? Tons of plays going out there every week. Guys are doing very, very well over there. Let me just give you guys a little bit of an insight into NVIDIA, all right? So I did tell you guys that, look, once we break through this top line resistance level, and once again, you don't need to overcomplicate this game. I've been in this game for almost a decade now, all right? Coming up to 10 years. I've come across all the technicals, all the fancy indicators, everything that you could imagine. And what works best is simplicity, keeping it simple, not overcomplicating it. And you can make heaps just from simple support and resistance. That's all you need. You have an understanding of that, you can do very well for yourself. And in Sunday's session, I was just telling you guys that, look, we are going to break through this significant area of resistance. We normally get that break on the 4th or 5th touch point. And that's exactly what happened, right? So now you can see this thing pushing much higher. This thing will continue to move higher, but because we're in this distribution phase and because we are at approaching levels of resistance, again, you can't really jump in right here, okay? You want to be waiting for a bit of a pullback towards that 130. That's going to be the next entry point for those that want to get in and continue to see this one move higher, right? So if I am to see that play out, rest assured I'm most definitely going to take advantage of that, okay? So NVIDIA is in a very, very strong position. As a matter of fact, it's one of the best looking out there in the markets. It's hard to beat the setup that we're seeing in NVIDIA. Okay, it's hard to beat that with anything else that's out there. So it's most definitely the number one opportunity that's out there in the markets right now. Give you guys a little quick heads up on Palantir. This is one that I did mention to you guys, and I told you that we're going to continue to see this one move towards that $44 range. Okay, it's inevitable. It's going to have to go and make a retest at that 44. At 44 is when things get tricky for Palantir. That's when you will see some drops, you will see some profit taking, but it's good to go. Today it's up about 6%. It's still got room to climb. I did say on Sunday's session, if you remember, I did say you have the opportunity to ride the calls in Palantir from where it was at 40 all the way up to $44. That's still in play, okay? As a matter of fact, Palantir is a little bit detached from the rest of the market. This is something that you guys will learn. The more you spend, the more you gain your experience, right? The more you gain your stripes in the market. And that is that you often have stocks that are detached from the rest of the market. And those that are detached present the best opportunities, okay? So something like NVIDIA is detached right now. Something like Palantir is detached right now. If you're able to understand that, recognize the plays are detached from the broader set of the market, you're going to be able to get into some really high quality stuff, right? That's going to yield some really, really good returns. So Palantir still has room to go up to that $44 range, despite what the rest of the market wants to do, okay? Despite what the rest of the market wants to do. So that's the expectation. Those are the two best opportunities as we continue towards the end of the week, and they'll most definitely yield strong results for those who are able to take advantage of it. And remember, if you want to get into these trades at an optimal time, hit the top link in the video description. Patrons over there, you'll get the alerts. You will know when I am entering into these trades. As I say, the guys over there are doing exceptionally well for themselves. Until next time,